A farmer in Minnesota had a big surprise one morning when he looked out his kitchen window. His beautiful cornfield had turned into a muddy lake. The farmer rushed out to his truck and hurried to the creek. He discovered that, during the night, a family of beavers had moved in and built a fine new dam across the creek. It was working perfectly, too. Hardly a drop of water was getting through. The farmer spent many hours tearing down the dam. Finally, the water ran out of the cornfield and back to the flowing creek. That night, the beavers built a new dam. Every night after the farmer had torn down the dam, the beavers rebuilt it. They used up all the trees and the brush. Then they snipped off all of the farmer's corn to build one last dam of corn stalks. When they finally moved on, they left behind the farmer who never wanted to see such hard-working beavers again. How does the beaver do it? It sits up on its short hind legs, using its wide, flat tail for balance. It gnaws away at the wood with its long, sharp front teeth until the tree begins to crack. As the tree falls, the beaver dives into the water to keep from being hit. Next, the beaver cuts the tree into smaller pieces that it can push or pull through the water. The lakes and ponds created by the beaver dams also provide homes for many other animals. The beaver feels very safe in the water, where it can escape from wolves, bobcats, bears, and other predators. It can stay underwater for 15 minutes without coming up for air. The beaver's feet have webs between their toes, which makes each foot a strong paddle for swimming. Thick, waterproof fur protects the beaver from the cold. In the water, the beaver uses its flat tail to help it steer, like a rudder on a boat. When an enemy comes around, the beaver lifts its heavy tail and slaps it on top of the water. This makes a loud, cracking sound that warns other beavers to dive into safe water. Beavers always seem to be busy cutting trees and building dams or beaver homes. Often they work at night so they can stay out of the way of people. Sometimes they can be very helpful to people. Wildlife rangers in New Jersey once wanted to flood an area. They wanted to create a new nesting area for water birds. Human experts said it would cost $25,000. Then the family of beaver experts moved in and built a dam for free. Everyone, including the beavers and birds, was happy. Even I sometimes have to go back to the story. I don't have a photographic memory. No, I don't. So you go back to the story.
Yep, right.
I think it's broken. Okay, boys and girls, we're going to start now. We just read Busy Builders. How are the first 5 paragraphs of the article organized? Who knows the answer? How are they organized?
C, events are placed in the order they happen.
Yes. C, events are placed in the order that they happen. It was not a question asked and then answered. It didn't start with a question. There was no arguments presented. And events are not listed from most important to least important. No, that's not it. It was C. The only answer there is C. Events are placed in the order that they happen. Which information would fit best in paragraph 6 through 9? So what's the first thing you should do? Is go to paragraph 6. Who would like to read a little bit of paragraph 6? All right, read a little bit of paragraph 6.
How does the beavers do it? It sits up on its short hind legs using its wide flat tail for balance. It gnaws away at the wood with its long, sharp front teeth until the tree begins to crack. As the tree falls, the beaver dives into the water to keep from being hit.
Okay, so what is it talking about? How the beaver does what? Yes? Which information would best fit? Okay, what did you have for that? How the beavers build their homes and ponds. Yes, they were telling how they gnaw away at the trees, but it's talking about how they build their homes and ponds. Number 13. How is the farmer's reaction to the beavers different from the wildlife ranger's reaction?
C.
The farmer is angry about the beavers' work. Why is the farmer so angry? What did the beavers do? Yes, in the back?
The beavers made his corn yard into like a muddy lake.
Yes, exactly. They turned it into a muddy lake by building a dam. Why did the beavers move from the creek near the farmer's field? You have to go back into the story. Alvin?
I got C. The beavers had used up all the resources.
Yes, they used up all their resources, okay? It says they used up the trees and the brush. Then they snipped off all of the farmer's corn to build one last dam of corn stalks. So they used up all the resources. 15. The wildlife rangers in New Jersey would most likely describe the beavers as
D. Useful.
useful because they were going to pay $25,000. Remember? They wanted to, in New Jersey, wildlife rangers in New Jersey once wanted to flood an area. They wanted to create a new nesting area for water birds. Human experts said it would cost $25,000. Then a family of beaver experts moved in and built the dam for free. So yes, the beavers are very useful. Good job. Good job, everybody.